Hey, what's up guys, how's it doing? So first of all, I know the screen's a little bit weird, it's my streaming screen. Obviously, I'm just doing a gameplay. I haven't done a gameplay in a long time, so I'm going to try and bring one out. This is just of a normal rank game, so hopefully these guys enjoy it. Guys, I'm going to ban out Fizz now. The reason I'm banning Fizz is because he's Fizz Tank. Fizz Tank is kind of disgusting right now. A lot of power, a lot of DPS, naturally pretty uncomfortable and very sticky. So I've seen Fizz in this generally low has been a little bit of a hassle. People get him fed and then it gets annoying, and I don't want that happening at all. So I'm going to be playing mid lane, guys. I might even play something I don't usually play. This elo right now is like silver or something. I don't even know what elo it is, to be honest. I haven't played on my main account this season really at all. I've played a little bit, and that's about it. I didn't play too much though. Now I know there's a glare and all, guys. By the way, I am moving out of the shed tomorrow, so the gameplay analysis and all the great videos are going to be back up. Until then though, I have a bit of a hard time editing. I'm in a shed, literally in a shed. But I hope you guys enjoy this anyway, regardless. But let's have a look. So bans are pretty standardized. Surprisingly see a Morgana ban though. I don't really think that's kind of a viable ban at all. Morgana does counteract a lot of very pick-oriented lanes. I do assume that one of these gentlemen, probably one at the bottom, are picking pick-oriented sports, so a Thresh, a Blitzcrank, and Morgana's pretty much a super counter to that, so I think they're trying to nullify that. So thankfully I'm in the third pick here. That's not too bad. Usually you should try and swap out. Now I've actually done something very wrong here. I really should show the team what I want to play. I might play Brand. I haven't really played him in a long time. He is recently going to get changed though, so is Anivia. Most of my plays are actually going to get changed, which is a bit unfortunate. Maybe a bit of Lissandra. It does depend on the composition though. No, that's going to be an Anivia. No, I always try and beforehand, because I was setting up the recording, I was a little bit lazy. Always try and pick a champion you want to play. So basically it says to this Vayne, the mid laner wants to play Anivia. So if I play Vayne, will it work with Anivia? Well, I work with Bard. We've already got a tank top or a bruiser top in Renekton, so I know I can pick up a couple of things here, and I know we already have a bruiser. It's always very important to pick early and show your team to represent what you want to pick. Very important. It does give them a good representation and allows you to pick with them, of course, which is very important. Let's do this. So the reason I picked Anivia versus the Sion is for actually a very funny reason. Sion's ultimate is blocked by Terrain. My wall counts as Terrain, so I'm going to pick this up. Additionally, it also means that I can pick up Liandry's on Anivia, and it'll do a lot of percentage damage in combination with my ultimate, which I'm hoping. I can also disengage and bring a lot of utility here. So right now we kind of have a kiting oriented composition. This isn't going to be great though, because we have got a Renekton. So since we're a kite comp, Bard, Ezreal, naturally kiting comp, naturally just very pick oriented comp. So I think Anivia fits this comp very well. Unfortunately, we're going to need a little bit of a poke in the top lane. I think a Gnar would be a little bit better. Maybe something a little bit tankier.
On my wings.
Bruisers don't really synergize very well with this composition at all. They really don't. I really don't. So if you're ever in a poke comp, so Ezreal, Anivia, Bard, they always want to sit back and do damage and kite their enemies. Renekton wants to jump in and do damage. Now, they're very contradicting statements, and unfortunately that can actually lead to a lot of losses in a lot of games. I don't kind of like that, unfortunately, but that's perfectly fine. Anyway, guys, Renekton is also kind of a poor pick in my opinion. He's picked it into the Sion. It's just a bad idea. Renekton's basically a kill lane, so he's designed to murderize and bully his lane and then get a couple of kills and snowball it outwards. Unfortunately, in this regard, Sion naturally, if he can survive levels 1 to about 4 or 5, he's pretty much going to survive the lane unscathed, and that's going to be a little bit difficult. Now, in saying this, if Renekton does get an early kill, of course it will work out very well, but it's all depending if he can get that versus a lane that could inevitably get so tanky you can't kill them. I think Renekton was a poor choice. Sion's generally farm lane. I would have picked something with a bit of range, maybe an AD carry top lane to fit in with our comp, but this would have forced Gragas to go something a little bit tankier. So they've got an okay comp versus me. Thankfully, I'm not too bad versus Talon. Early game, I can't harass him down. Now, I do want to prerequisite this, guys. I haven't played in a good couple of days properly in Anivia. The last time I played Anivia was, I think a week ago. I do love the champion, but I don't get to play her very much. Let's have a look. I think Mimi's the better choice here. Mimi's the better choice. Gives us a bit of disengage, a bit of tankiness, and will synergize with the Bruiser, whilst also giving us the ability to kite the enemies out very well. Mimi's unfortunately a little bit easily susceptible to being obviously already counter jungled. We're versus more than likely a Gragas jungle, Talon mid, these two bot lane, and obviously a Sion top for the most part. I'm assuming anyway. Runes of Masteries, TP. I'm gonna go for armor in my runes. No, my runes of Masteries, no one should ever copy them. They suck large quantities of male genitalia. I don't actually advise anyone copy them. The one thing I'm lazy with in League of Legends is Runes of Masteries. Now, I know the theory behind them. I just can't get myself to do it, which is a little bit harsh, but it's alright, guys. It is all good, it is all good. So, I'll switch to the other screen immediately afterwards. So I'm looking forward to this game. I haven't done a gameplay, as I mentioned, in a long time, so I'm hoping this works out alright. I'm hoping, anyway. I'll probably end up playing, like, horrible, but that's all good, that's all good. So I'm going to try and basically teach you Anivia with this. So I shouldn't really be doing this in Ranked. In Ranked, I don't really like commentating to this degree, because you'll see in a minute, when I commentate, it's like my stream sometimes in educational days, where I don't shut up, and sometimes showing things off in middle of a game, like, oh, look, if you wall here, it gets vision, and then you die for it. It's not great, but hopefully this should be alright, guys. So, the matchups versus Talon. Talon's also went for TP. Very, very smart of him. Very smart of him. He knows that he has to sustain the lane. It's also going to give a lot of TP pressure. Now, Reluctance went for Ignite top lane. Sands got the TP. So, they've got more global pressure. We've got more kill pressure. Of course, that's how Reluctance built. He wants to get the early kills, and that works out really, really nice. He's went forever. That's very interesting. So I went for Thunderlords. Thunderlords is really nice, and if your ultimate, thankfully, does a lot of tick damage, so you can proc it off very easily. Your Q has two forms of damage: Passover and land damage. If you land your E on top of that, you do get Thunderlords procced immediately, assuming you use your Q correctly. But you'll see this during the game. Death Touch is okay with Anivia. It's actually fine. It does a lot of DPS. I more like the explosive damage, especially for the early kill cheese on my enemy laner. So guys, we're going to show this off here. Hopefully I get to show you Anivia appropriately. Anivia is one of my favourite champions in the game. Really is one of my favourites. So, now, I'm going to be CSing like shit, and Anivia is extremely difficult to CS with. Extremely difficult to CS with. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not going to lie, but we should be alright. So I'm immediately going to head down. So, mid lane is meant to cover here, top lane is meant to cover here, put a ward down here, then go top lane, and then bot lane just stand here. Unfortunately, top laners are generally the laziest lane, they never do it ever. It means that they're actually very susceptible to being invaded, so I'm going to head down immediately. Looks like this guy's got the similar idea to me. Passover and land damage, did you see that? So, yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. So, no, I'll respawn by then. So what I done there was I basically used Passover and land damage. So your Q has two forms of damage. When it passes over, it does a form of damage, and when it lands, it does a form of damage. So always let your Q slightly pass over the target, then activate it. I done two forms of damage, and with one auto attack, I procced off Thunderlords immediately in this Talon, because your Q counts as two forms of damage. As you can see, at the end of it, it basically is another missile, which always try and get your Q slightly behind your target if you can. It does extra damage, and mid to late game, once you've got a bit of skilling, it does double damage, which is mental. It's absolutely insane amounts of damage. The first Q slows them down, the second Q stuns them. So if you hit the first Q, they're slowed by 20%, so it means the second Q aspect can be hit very easily. See, top lane is so lazy. I mean, they put a ward here for play him, but now guys, this is where you're gonna see me miss a lot of CS. A lot. So this guy went back. What did he go for? He went for boots. Interesting. Very interesting. He's went for boots 4 pots, so he's trying to sustain and avoid my abilities early game. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of agreeable with this. So Anivia, if I can just farm during the lane, this should be fine. Thankfully, Anivia's really good versus bully lanes like that. Bully lanes have a hard time versus Anivia because basically they can't really they have to kill me twice because of my egg. He's going to Q this. Oh. This guy's... I have to wait until he goes all in here. So I'm going to try and use mod attacks up here if I can. Now, early game Anivia is a little bit vulnerable. I'm trying to proc off Thunderlords here. I'm always trying to get 3 hits on my enemy if I can. At this point, I'm just getting a little bit chipped down at this point. I've got to use my Q whenever he goes in for minions, because it'll make it a lot easier. I'm playing early shit right now, though. I have to focus a little bit more. Landing your Q is a lot easier whenever your enemy's actually on top of minions. So he's playing this very well. He's trying to lock me into the turret. Just backing out. It was a really obvious attempt for a rake. Passover and land damage, then proc the E. So whenever you land the E, it basically procs off damage, and it does double amplification damage. You always want to prerequisite an E with an ultimate or your Q. Now, if you're absolutely desperate, the E by itself does okay damage. It's not really much though. As you can see, I waited until he went in for minions first before I went in for it. I'm a little bit rusty today. Passover and land, E again. Apply the auto attack at the end there, just to do a little bit of extra damage. So at this point, I'm going to try and zone him off minions here. Please. No! I always forget this. I always lose it. So I've got my egg here. I'm going to try and bait him in here if I can. And then Amumi will pick up the kill. Now, I've got eggs, so I'm not really scared. I kind of want him to go all in on me here. He does have enough burst damage to kill me. Amumi's just left, though, so I'm going to back out. Now, one more burst and this gentleman is dead. I'm missing a lot of CS, though. Ugh. Playing quite poorly right now, guys, but that's okay. So now my Q's off cooldown. I've got to play this pretty passively. I'm going to miss most of these. So they're pretty low here. That's within auto range. This is the problem with Anivia. I'm using my E. Oh my god, I'm playing so poorly. He's going to back up more than likely. I'm going to ping this missing twice. He might be going up top lane. So I'm just pinging these guys. So if he's left, I want to push this under the turret. Use the pass over and the land damage. Use the Q over the minion wave to try and push it. I actually want to back out after the next minion wave. Hopefully to get tier. This guy might try and ult me here. I am pretty low right now though. Alright, I'm just going to back out. The lane, unfortunately, he's went for 4 potions, so I did chip him down. I got his HP out about 1.5 times. He just keeps on chucking up his potions. The early boots are actually a nice choice in his part, in my opinion. Now, I don't like backing out this early ever, but in this regard, I think I kind of have to. Hey, yeah, let's do it. By the time I walk up there, all of the mana will be off here. I'm not doing too bad. Missing a couple of CS, definitely something I have to practice on, though. Definitely something I have to practice on. So during a lane, and if you really just wants to farm, that's all you really want to do. You don't really want to go too heavy on anything else. At level 6, you can start roaming because your wave clear does become quite a bit more powerful. But pre-level 6, Anivia's CSing capabilities are horrible. She's really hard to CS with. Unless I've played her a couple of games, I generally can't CS for shit. So he's got a level advantage on me. I do have to be very cautious on this one. Alright, so I'm just going to try and farm up here. Don't really want to take too many risks here. Don't want to take too many risks. Until I get 5, this guy's got a slight advantage. Now, he hasn't went back for items here, so we're doing okay. So you got to wait for them to go on you, then go for aggro. I'm going to check out the potion here. That was a decent bit of aggression. I would have followed him up there. He would have actually lost that if Gragas wasn't there, but that's fine. Gragas comes in, does a little bit of damage to me. 1 potion will nullify most of that. Now, once again, he's only got 1 potion left, so he's pretty low here. I see a Mumu needs a bit of help. I don't know what I'm really meant to do for you, man. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Pass over and land damage. Use the E. Now, we had to wait for Bard there. Jesus. That guy, that was really risky of him. He should have waited for Bard immediately at the start there. Trying to go for anything else was a really bad idea. I'm using my E just to secure this minion. So Talon's going to back out more than likely. So I'm using my Q over the entire minion wave and try and push it out as quick as I can. And once your enemy wants to go back to base, you always have to push it to lose CS and gold. I just doing an auto here, so I see he's left the lane. He's definitely going to back out after this as well. So there's not much I can really do beyond push this. I can't follow him. If you can't follow your target, you got to push it under the turret, make sure they lose the most amount of minions possible. Now, Talon TP'd and he died, which is fucking great. And now, I was going to TP follow him there, which I should have, but I seen these guys run to the turret. I just hoped that they would survive enough. So use my ultimate to encompass the entire wave. Use the pass over and the land damage in these. Use the E in the largest minion. So, I'm going to back out now because, right, so after you push it under the turret, you've got an opportunity to back. So basically what's going to happen here is, this is under the turret, which means it's going to bounce back in the middle here. Talon's just respawned, he's going to be walking back here as well. Which means it's going to lose a little bit, and it gives me just enough time to back out. Now, I'm going to go for a pretty greedy build here. Pass over and land damage counts as 2 stacks for your tier, by the way. I'm going for a greedy build. I'm not going to go for any potions at all. Now, I know that's very greedy, but at level 6 I should have quite an oppressive lane. And this guy's going to have trouble killing me twice without the egg, and it is technically regain. It's very greedy not going for potions, but I should be able to get away with this easily. Now at level 6 is where the pain really starts to begin in Anivia, because basically you can use your ultimate as chill damage, and once chill damage is hit... Shit, where is it? So I'm going to head down. This guy, I've nothing to TP on, so I'm just going to head up here. He might try and come in this way. Oh. Pass over on land damage, gets a hit. I actually stun both of them as well. No, I'm just chasing them up here. If they can land 1 stun, I'm going to use the ultimate to apply a slow on this guy. I'm using my E, I won't get any amplification damage, but if you can get the stun lock on that one. So I'm just going to use the wall to cut him off here. So after the kill, you always want to push it under the turret as quick as you can. We can also get ourselves the Herald if we wanted to. Both the top and mid are gone. We can go for this if they want to. Report Gragas, please. I don't think he played that poorly. We just get turned there. Talon got to about here before I noticed the miss there. So now that my enemy's dead, I want to push this under the turret. Now, it's going to be a bit hard to shove this completely under the turret. But, of course, I'm going to do the best I can. Let's go. Alright. So I'm going to use ultimate to circumference the tower wave. Now he could all in me here. I'm just going to wait at the absolute max leash range here, then back out. Right, a cool little interaction with Anivia. The reason I'm backing here, by the way, I should really be here, is it's a blind spot. If you back behind here, it means your enemy can't see if they walk. He wouldn't see me if he was standing there. He just wouldn't do it. So using the passive and the land damage, I'm basically stacking my tier while I'm in base here. So I'm going to get the absolute edge of the base as well. So that's the edge of the base. This is the edge, just outside the steps, which means that I can get back to lane a little bit faster, especially with Anivia, who's got naturally quite a few mobility issues. So on Anivia, this is the build I'm going for is a mid to late game build. I'm going for Tear of the Goddess into Archangels into Catalyst into Rod of Ages. So I'm going for a Rod. So what I done there is I basically used my E last second at that point. I used my E, and while it was traveling, procced off my ultimate. That's what I done there, and that's a really nice mechanic you can use. I'm gonna ping this missing. Now I'm keeping my TP up for a lane if I have to. At this point, I'm gonna just go for insta push though. So deactivating your ultimate actually does extra damage. This is an interaction most people will never get to know about. Yeah, so deactivating your ultimate can help you clear out the minions a little bit quicker. So use the wall to cut this blue off so that's to run around it, so I get a little bit more free damage on it. So yeah, deactivate it there. Saves you 1 extra tick of mana, which is very useful. I got the blue up there because I seen it was open there. Top lane, mid lane was also down, so the chance of me being collapsed upon was minimalistic. I've got to start generating more pressure. This Talon's trying to push a little bit too heavily, so I've got to start trying to get his turret here. Ah, sugar. What always happens to me. Use the Q to pass over the entire mini wave, and then I'm just going to finish the rest off. So at this point, I should be able to take Talon easily. I don't think he's got enough burst damage to kill me. So use your E, and while it's traveling, activate your ultimate. Ooh. Ooh. That was well played. So unfortunately, the matchup is a bit rough in that regard. What was that? That was horrible. So I'm going to keep the ultimate on while he's inside of it here. And just a little bit of HP loss. That was well played. I've used this E to basically use mobility against me. One of Anivia's main weaknesses is her mobility. So he's coming down. Since I know I know this Talon better than he knows himself. I know what he's going to do before he does it. They're going to go down. I'm going to back out and then TP in. And I'm telling him Talon's coming, and I push this under the turret as well. I'm actually going to push out another mini wave. He'll probably... Okay, he's dead. Right, so I didn't want to wait around there just in case I got picked. This guy's went for the TP down there. So since he's left, so whenever you're versus someone that wants to roam a lot, your job is basically to punish them for their roam. Now, punishing them for their roam is following them, or it's taking their turret. And I'm losing shit tons of CS. Now I'm at 85, he's in 58 CS here. We got a collapse. You got him, brother, you got him. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait last second till all these minions die. So what I'm doing is, as you can see, the turret's going to finish off these minions before I finish it. So I'm basically letting all the minions die before I actually finish it off. Then I'm going to push up one more mini wave, so I've got a bit more breathing room if I do decide to back off. Deactivating the ultimate does a little bit of extra damage. Pick it up. I don't know, 0-1's trolling? I don't know about that. Don't know about that one. Anyway, let's do this, guys. So you get Rod of Ages first, so it stacks first. So Rod of Ages stacking first is very important. I'm using my abilities in base, by the way, while I'm waiting for gold. I'm gonna wait for my my build here. So it's gonna keep the ultimate on. As you can see, it'll take off the ultimate. Sorry, I get Rod of Ages because it takes the longest to stack out of all of my other abilities, basically, or all of my other items. Archangels, as you can see here, isn't really even nearly stacked. Like, I've got 200 stacks. It's 12 minutes into the game, and Anivia has a hard time stacking tier. It just does take a long time. So what I do is I basically go for this, then I get my Rod of Ages. Now Rod of Ages is starting to stack. Now if I finished off Archangels, it would kind of be not a waste, but it wouldn't be the best pickup I could ever go for. So this guy's predominantly got armor and a bit of HP, so he's not doing well. So use the ultimate there to lower the minions, the backline minions. I'm gonna ping this missing again. Renekton's going for a 3v1. That's gonna be a 4v1 once this comes up. I'm gonna head up here to try and help him out if I can. Dropping a ward along the way here as well. I'm coming in. So follow the best I can. I need to wait for CDs. If I go in without CDs, they could DPS me down in time. This guy's got a shield as well. So I'm going to try and use my wall to cut myself behind these guys. Keep the ultimate on to lock him down. Now, I'm very low right now. Now, one thing I could do here is I could use my TP. Now, I'm going to wait it up. There's no point in burning up abilities here quickly. I'm going to run outside of my ultimates. If he uses anything, use the Q to lock him down, get the burn damage on him. That was fucking close. Alright, so I used my ultimate. I used my W there to separate the melees from me so they couldn't auto-attack to kill me there. And then after that, I backed around the wall there. I didn't use my Q at the max range there. I basically used my abilities last second. A lot of people rush abilities. Whenever I was in the bush, he didn't have vision on me. I walked into the bush so he didn't have vision. Once he didn't have vision, he couldn't hit me. I didn't get to show you the double interaction with Cyan ulti, but I want to do a little bit of damage here, and thankfully Anivia can overstay a little bit. She's got her W now. Hopefully I don't eat those wards. So whenever sieging this, always put a ward down here. So this guy, you know, he could get me, so I'm just going to back out. I'm extremely... Now, a very cool interaction. A very cool interaction. What you can do is, you can cast teleport before you die, and during egg, it will finish the channel of teleport. So if I ever get really low and about to get picked off, I'm going to TP, and if they kill me, they can't CC the egg, which basically helps me out a lot. So I'm going to start to seconds here while I'm waiting here. Then I'm going to run out. Waiting at the edge of the base as well, guys. Waiting at the edge of the base. So this is a good fight. This is a good fight. We're doing pretty well here. CSing a little bit poorly. I'm not really following Talon as quickly as I could do, but I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm rotating as quick as I can. I've got TP as well. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Burn TP. 3 people there. I don't want to TP that. Warding over the wall. Cyan's coming down. Okay. So always monitor where everyone is and what everyone's doing. So bot lane's up. Cyan's in the mid lane somewhere. So is Gragas. So mid lane could very easily get stacked. Asshole. Use the wall to cut him over here. Passover and land damage utilized. Yeah, so always use the passover and land damage. Oh, we got some damage here, boys. We got some damage. Cheers, Des, man. I appreciate it. So they're kind of low, so I do have a siege potential. There's a lot of people mid lane last time I checked. I'm going to ward this. Okay. So I'm just holding him off the minions. That's all I really have to do at this point. If he tries to ultimate, I'm just going to use my W. So I'm just sieging mid lane right now. This is what I like doing in Anivia. This is her main utility. We can also get the dragon. These guys are very, very low. So what I'm doing is an ambush. You always need a pink ward for an ambush. So I know my enemies don't know I'm here. As you can see. So I basically put a pink ward down there so they wouldn't have any anything on me. And then I picked this up. So this guy's also exceptionally quite low. He's meant for a lot of AP. That also helps push down the minion moves. Gentlemen. So using my ultimate just as a bit of harassment here. A lot of people don't like doing this. Bard's on the side. I'm going to try and help him out. So now this is pinked. I know there's an warden here, which means I can make ambushes on this. We just want the turret right now. Everyone's got to stop messing around looking for kills. Turret. I'm sieging for the turret. I don't care about anything else but this turret. So I'm going to try and wall this guy off if I can. And this is the power of sieging with Anivia. You can land Qs and Ws to pick people up, to basically cut them off so they can't really touch anyone. I land the stun. Gonna get back out here, back out here. So I'm gonna try and show you this. Watch out, what? During the channel! Oh, you can cancel it, though. Oh. That was well played then. So I'm gonna use my Q at the back and get the stun, ulti to finish off the Talon, keep my W up, deactivate my ultimate here so I can reposition it in a couple of seconds here. We're a little bit low right now, a little bit low. I have no ultimate as well, so I'm gonna try and back out. So good job. This guy's trying to use the blind spot. He's going to E over the wall. So it's going to leave us in a push condition. At this point, we've got Mumu pushing top lane. Mumu should have been with us there. So I tried to TP during it. Unfortunately, they actually CC to cancel it. It's a bit of a shame, but fun all the same. Fun all the same. Oh well. So I'm going to go down for this. I can't really go up top lane by myself here, and I'm a little bit low, so I'm just going to pick up the red. This is still pink, so I can still ambush in this. Now that guy red lands something that was pinked. I am not entirely sure why. Dude, that's too... I'm not waiting that. Sorry, dude, I'm not waiting. So they're going to come down here to ward, or Sona shoot anyway. So they're all following him up top lane. We can get dragon ourselves. Actually, let's get on for this guy. Oh, wait, no. Wait here. Sona's gonna come down through this way. No, she's not. Okay, that's just right. So, okay. So they're just pushing out the lanes here. Yep, they know her. Good job, man. Oh, I didn't get the ultimate off. Right, so this guy's chasing up. I'm just waiting for CDs right now. I'm not going to take any risks. They're going to try and focus me now. I'm going to avoid out the ultimate. I got knocked up here. Fuck, no. I tried to flash over the wall last second. They got collapsed upon. I tried to make the pick. The rest of their team went back after the top lane roam. I assumed they were still up there. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. Since I'm 6-1, I'm actually gonna go for a blow build, which basically means I'm gonna go for a glass build. I'm gonna go for death cap. Now I'm not gonna finish Archangels now. So the reason I'm not gonna finish Archangels is I've got 454 stacks. It's not full, and without it being full, it's not necessarily worth it. It's not necessarily worth it. So how this build? This is a hyper late game build, and I love getting this because either you lose and you get really far, or you get really far ahead and mid to late game you turn into a demon, an absolute demon. So let's do this. Thank you. So he's stacking tier 2. Good job. Is he stacking it? What's he on? Okay, he's nearly got his armor mana here. Right, so what I'm doing is here, so Rod of Age is getting me extra mana and ability power and extra health, so it gets me naturally quite tanky. This build also gives me lots of mana during the laning phase. What I'm doing right now is getting death cap. By the time I finish death cap, Archangels will just about be filled, so it turns into Zephyrs, basically. Really annoyed about that death, though. What is that interaction? That is interesting. Yeah, so I go for death cap before it can get stacked up, basically. So I always like putting a ward here. It basically gives vision of either end going in, which is very useful. I'm cursing a bit too much during this. I'm disappointed with my performance this game. I've messed up a couple of abilities. I've not played perfectly, but, you know. So ultimate, Q finish out the wave. Get the stun lock in the gentleman as well. So focus the turret. Look, these guys are all wanting to kill. Someone's going to burn their ultimate. Yeah, and you should. Ooh, get that 8. Oh man. Alright, so just ult E. Very simple, very simple. And a bit of BM, guys, you know, a bit of BM. Don't go up and try and zone someone who's got the advantage, just don't do it. Gragas has got his ulti, though. Talon splitting, so that's fine. Get the turret, get the turret, get the turret. Guys, come on, get the turret now, let's do this. Use the wall to cut him off, burn the flash, great. Talon's going to come in through this end though, they're going for the dive at this point. Damage just come in, I'm just going to back outside the turret range here. We just have to wait for the next set of minions, so Talon's going to come in this guy. Sorry mate, not fast enough, sorry brother. Let me get the HP here. Someone's a little below. Just get the turret. Focus the turret. Stop going for kills. So all they want is kills. Kills don't end games. They just help end games, you know? He's gonna try and ult at us. Watch this, watch this. Ult. Come on. I know you want to, man. I know you want to. I love it. I love the interaction. I love it so much. Okay, so they're coming in. I'm gonna use the Q down to the back end here. Ult a little bit too early, though. A little bit too early. Not positioned perfectly at that point. I'm actually kind of low. Oh, kidding me. I'm gonna try and kill Sona. Oh! Wall behind me. Oh! Help! Oh, he dies for it. So I flash Q, I get the kill. I use the passive or underland damage to get the execution. Very nice. So as you can see, this is still not filled. So if you're ahead, go for death cap. If not, go for Archangel seconds. After Rod of Ages, and then after that get death cap. So if you're ahead, it basically means death cap is I get it quicker than I get this. So get 100 free AP. It's not really much. It's actually kind of an inefficient item here, getting death cap second. Just gets you a little bit of burst here, a little bit of burst. Oh man, so sad, man. Feels bad, man. Honestly, and they're like, Gragas is trolling. The thing is, guys, this is the thing about League of Legends. Don't cry, right? What can you do better? Now, which one's shit talking? They're all flaming me. So toxic. Sona, what could you do better this game, my friend? That is the question you must ask yourself. That is how this game works. Oh, by the way, 20 minutes, this is the edge of the pit, so you can get refreshed home guard there. Right, what do we have to do next? Right. We need to split push in one of the side lanes, and then we can finish them off. Mimi's here. Hopefully Mimi lets me pick this up, though, hopefully. So, as I've mentioned before, passive or land damage, ult E, use the wall to cut this off, so I get free damage on the blue buff. No, doesn't hit me once. Clean. So they're fighting, they have very little vision on here. I'm going to head down and see what I can do. I'm a little bit late, though. Got a wee bit of an assist there, not too bad. Oh! Talon split pushing top. We have to get something off this. He's also got TP, so he's got the prerogative as well. Ultimates came through, we get ourselves a pickup. I'm just gonna get a little bit of free damage in this guy while I've got the chance. I've got TP though. You got TP? Anyone else got TP? Nope, just me. Now, the reason why I'm dealing with this, by the way, is for a very, very simple reason. Nah, he's got a lot. He's went for a split build. Yes, the back. Dude, you disrespecting? So I've got to follow him here if I can. Oh, wow, you're quite big, actually. So I'm just going to hold him here. So whenever you're dealing with someone, I didn't actually think he had that much. I thought he was further behind. Oh, he's 5'7". Okay. That's my bad for not looking at the scores. My bad. I'm going to ping this missing. He's probably going to try and collapse down, I would say. I'm going to sell up my Dorans here and get myself another needlessly. So what he's doing is he's went for a split build. So if you get, so the reason anyone who's got TP deals with a person split pushing, because I can teleport into the fight. Now I can't anymore. This guy's out of mana. He's fucked if he lets me get him. He's went for a Moby Boots. He's went for a split build. That's literally what he's went for. He's went for a build that can split push. Now that's actually kind of useful on an Assassin's. Thankfully, he doesn't get to do his job though. So I'm just gonna push this up. He might even set up again. Unfortunately, he's pulling me out of the fights though, which is actually working out really well. He's far less effective than I am. Far less effective. With an open inhib, we have to force this. We have to force it. We've got to force something. After you get killed, you've got to get something for it. And I've seen that there, but I'm just going to ignore it. I don't have time for this shit. It's getting irritating. Man, go hard or go home. Let's do it. I'm not gonna... We have vision of all of them. I need a movie to help me out here. A movie. Here, boy. Nope. Okay, that's fine. No point in complaining about him. What can I do about it, though? I can get the dragon myself. Cost me half my HP, though. Not great. Right, Talon pulled me off that fight, though, because he forced the TP. I've got to try and proactively... so whenever you've got a split pusher that's winning the... If they're ever there before you are, basically, what you have to do is you've got to try and push the waves out so heavily that they're ineffective, or you have to be there earlier than they are. Unfortunately, he's being the proactive pusher. Need a little bit of gold. A drop of it. Talon split pushing bot lane. We've got to start generating pressure here, boys and girls. The whole team is stagnant. We have to start pushing something. We need to be decisive. All siege mid. If we all siege mid, now the reason why I'm saying mid lane is because I'm out of position for this. They rushed there very quickly. I'm gonna split the side lanes here to force them to split as well. Hopefully they come for me. Renekton's gonna try and hold it here. No, we've got enough time for one more turret. Don't know where Talon is though. Talon could kill me. I also have no... This is bad. I've no minions over here. I'm just gonna try and take this as quickly as I can. They'll kill me before I can get up. Hopefully they win a team fight off it though. That was well played of him. That was well played. They burned the TP, which I focused on that, which meant I couldn't use my abilities. I seen the tongs here. So what they've got to do off that is they've got to they get themselves one kill already off this because the rest of the team are up there. The Talon's just going to keep on split pushing. He's being irritable, but thankfully he's dealable. The reason why he's getting away with it is because I'm playing Anivia. Anivia's vulnerable to this matchup, to say the least. Just get the enter now. Now this is how you deal with split pushers. Split pushers. This guy thinks he's smart. All you gotta do is ignore him. You just gotta ignore them. Ignore them or get someone to follow but not engage. Maybe he comes in, gets himself to pick up. Talon finally joins the fight. The Sedge's gotta start doing some work. Focus on the inner first. Don't use abilities aggressive like that. That's very risky. Right, let's go for this. So Talon's late for the fight. Because he's late for the fight, no one can get assassinated. That meant that the front line was there without a damage source. Because that happened, they get picked up. I'm gonna get a pink ward here for the Baron. I'll go top lane quickly and leave this in a push condition though. Well played of Talon though. That TP really forced me these abilities though. It's very unfortunate. This guy's playing both well and very poorly. I don't think he understands how split pushing's meant to work. He's meant to generate pressure and then rotate in. Ooh. Don't think we can go for Baron anymore. So if you want to leave a lane in a push condition, kill the backline of that lane. So what I'm going to do here... I'll leave all these minions. Maybe we can pick that up, it's fine. So what I'm going to do here, since we've got pressure in the mid, I'm going to try and get pressure split pushing top. We want to go for the Baron. Dragon's down, it's down for 3 minutes, so they can't really go for this. So I'm just going to siege out the entire wave, actually. I was going to leave this in a push condition. I don't think it's strictly speaking necessary, though. This is very low, and as you can see, as soon as I buy this, I get the Zephyr's upgrade. Good stuff. You always need a ward here if you're sieging here, by the way. Always. Always need a ward. Renekton's is going to tank it for me. Thank you. Now I have no passive here. I do have Zephyrs, though. Mate, I don't think you understand. Don't think this guy understands. I've also got a pink ward I can use for Talon, so see what I can do here. Yeah, we have to force the Baron. We've already got pressure mid. What these guys have to do is counter push mid, and then we can go for Baron. Top lane's already up here, so we have vision of their jungler. I'm going to start dropping a couple of wards here. I've got a pink ward for this as well. Someone's already dropped one down. We see Gragas is up here. We can try and force them to the fight. I think that's probably the most beneficial task we can go for. We're just going to straight up hard force it here. I don't think that's, strictly speaking, the best idea. No, that's okay now. So I'm keeping an eye on the map here. Whenever you're taking Baron, always keep an eye on the map. Now, one good thing about Anivia is I can throw out walls to stop these guys, so we really want to... So I've got to throw the wall here. He got me, he nearly got me 100 to 0. Talon's very, very strong in that regard. Very strong. Well played. And don't be doing anything else. After 4 of them are down for 30 odd seconds. Inner's pushing. That's a game. That's a game. Gonna TP here. So I'm TPing the one that the turrets are focusing, so they don't do any damage to it. So it means we get a little bit more time. Now this Talon, he nearly got me there. Unfortunately, he just CS and got himself to the mid to late game hyper status. Had to run my flash and Zephyr's there to get away. She could kill me. I respect that. Game well played. Good game well played, boys and girls. That was really, really good. That was really, really good. So I made a couple of mistakes this game, though, unfortunately. I made quite a few mistakes. I'm disappointed in my play. Now, things I could have done differently is... now, I was the one that had to respond to Talon because I was the one with TP. The problem is I was letting him become too much of an issue then going in. What am I on? Oh, silver. Okay, I'm silver. I thought I was... what was that? I thought it was silver 3. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's low elo anyway. Yeah, but disregarding that. So well played of the team here. So I had to go down, I had to deal with Talon earlier so I could TP and react to the fights. This Talon split pushed way too much. Guys, sorry, I'm ending it now. Sorry with the dog. It was a good game though, it was a good game. So I just set up in the lane, just free farmed. Your Q is 2 aspects of damage. Your W provides vision so you can use it to basically check bushes. Use your E with your ultimate. Use your E and then activate ultimate as your E's traveling to ensure they don't get out of the range and the chill damage is there for the most amount of time possible. And it also means that it's a little bit faster in the interactions. Beyond that, go for you can go for Tier first because it takes the longest to stack. Then go for Catalyst for durability in the lane and mana because your base damage is enough. After that, go for Rod of Ages. Get Death Cap if you're ahead. If not, go for Archangels into Zephyrs, and then finally Death Cap after that. I would have went for Void Staff next because these guys were going to start stacking a bit of magic resist. Very well played though. Whenever my enemy laner roamed, I decided to push the lane rather than follow him. That was a conscious decision. You have to get it. You kind of have to say that to your mind. If your enemy laner leaves, you've got 2 choices. You push, you follow them. You can do both if you're very, very far ahead or you have really good wave clear. But generally, it means it takes a bit too long to properly respond to the objective. Smart. That was a good game, guys. Good game, well played. I got myself silver 1. Hopefully I get that really high gold elo very, very soon. I missed position a couple of times, and this Talon picked me off a few times. I had to deal with him earlier. That was the main issue. I should have been with the team sieging. It's a shame that Renekton didn't go for TP. Ignite did work out in his favor, though. He did get a couple of kills in sand, so congrats to him. Beyond that, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you liked it. If you like it, like it, dislike it, dislike it. If you like the content, you can subscribe. If you think it's horrible, I've dropped the ball here, and you hate these gameplays, you can unsub them, totally fair, guys. Also, do tell me if you like this type of video as well. I don't know if I should do any more gameplays or not. I don't know if these guys necessarily like them as much as my normal content, but of course, I thought I'd just throw one out just for a bit of fun. Beyond that, guys, have a great day. Best of luck in the Rift, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Bye.